try this again. Hey, Nick. Hey. Much better.
Is that better?
Much better.
Okay, all right.
We're cracking here.
We're cracking.
Hey.
2Brospodcast.
So this would make us what? 28 actually.
28 dot.
Episode 28 via satellite, via Instagram Live. We are in separate locations. Unfortunately, I am Sunday church fresh.
I was about to say you got a suit on and everything. You got that picture you sent me. I didn't realize that picture was just from like a half hour ago.
Literally, yeah. We left breakfast and left church and then went to breakfast. So
okay,
cool. So what do you want? You on your laptop or your phone? Yeah.
No, I'm on my phone.
Cool. Yeah,
my phone. I don't think I can do it on the laptop.
No, you can't do Instagram on the phones.
Instagram on the laptop.
On the laptop. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work.
You could watch everyone else, but you can't.
Right.
Participate.
So I guess they don't want you. I guess they want you to be active. They don't want you sitting home jerking off to other people's Instagram stuff.
Okay, we got cousin Nikki on the line on the check-in. How you doing?
Hey, Nick. She's so mysterious.
Mysterious. Oh, my man DJ Black Magic just joined.
Oh.
So, guys, welcome to 2Brospodcast, episode 28. We are doing something different for the first time. Brother John is out in Spain.
Yes, Valencia, Spain.
Yes, doing some recon. You got any proof of life out there? What do you got? You show us a hotel brochure or something? What do you got in the room?
I don't know. What brochure? No.
No, usually in the hotel they put something on a desk that says "Welcome to the hotel." Something. Yeah, there we go. Service and more. So, cause other than that, it just looks like you're in a service apartment in Sudan.
Oh yeah, this is a very bare bones hotel.
Okay.
One of the things if you do your share of travel, and you've done your share of traveling, but when
Sure.
you go to Europe really doesn't care about any of that other shit.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look, you got a place to sleep, you got a place to shit. What else do you want? Why are you bothering me about stuff?
Good enough. Good indeed. What's up, DJ Black Magic? I see you checking in. Waiting for you to get on the show too, bro. So yeah, this is first time we're trying this, and it's pretty cool setup.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm screen recording. I put it on screen record. I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep this footage, but we'll see what happens.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out.
Cool. So how is Spain? What happened when you got there? What?
So far so good. It's about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what it is in New York. So
Okay.
it's like I'm there's a lot of people out here putzing around in their shorts and whatnot. I threw everything off and threw on the t-shirt, and as I started walking around, sun's out, everything's kicking out. Hey, it's certified Thai.
Certified TY. Hey. Cool, man.
Yeah,
So,
I mean the plane ride. The plane ride pissed me off though.
why?
The plane ride from JFK pissed me off because it wasn't a full plane.
Okay.
On the flight we flew into Madrid. It wasn't a full plane, but I had somebody sitting next to me, and that bothered me. If it was like a full plane, I don't think I would have been bothered because everybody would have been, as
Spaced
uncomfortable
out.
as I perceived would have been. But then, when you see a few rows, there's somebody that has like a whole, couple seats to themselves, and they get to lounge out, on this long trip. The dude in front of me, the row I was in, those fire exit rows.
Yeah.
The fire exit rows got a little bit more room to it.
Well, the escape.
The escape one.
Right.
And on an international flight, that's a huge. I mean, you could lay down there.
Yeah, you can put
if
a car
you
in.
wanted to. That guy had nobody sitting in his seat next to him.
Huh.
So this dude literally had like a bed for him.
So he was just
You figure the seats and whatever the equipment, that was there next to the thing. The dude was like just had his blanket on him and he was laying down, and I'm the row behind him. and had somebody say, and it wasn't uncomfortable. It was as comfortable as a long flight's going to be.
Right.
But just seeing other people being able to chill kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, I mean that often happens when you looking at, I'm the type of guy that, I look at everybody else and try to, I'm comfortable in my own skin or however I move. I
Right,
travel,
right.
I travel like you said, but I don't ever care what however what I have and don't have. But
Right.
what bugs me out is some people look extremely comfortable. Like
Yeah.
I see guys
Like at
folding their
home.
legs. They fold their legs, so I try to do it. I try to like fold my legs, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's just it doesn't work that way. It doesn't like
a
they
fight.
fold their legs, got their shoes off. They
Yeah.
got and just it's like you're home. The only thing you need is a fucking hot chocolate and the fucking remote.
I know. I just can't get comfortable like most of those people. But also
I
another
can't.
thing that freaks me out with everybody looks like they're enjoying is earbud headphones. Like the wireless ones now that everyone gets from the Apple one makes them.
Right.
And we're fortunate to have some goofy ears we were blessed with.
There you go.
But as
There
big
you
as
go.
the big as the ear is,
This is gonna be a new logo, by the way. A new logo is gonna be a microphone and two huge freaking ears sticking on the side of it.
but I can't fucking wear earbuds that will stay in. If I'm afraid they're gonna fall out at any given moment. I mean,
I can't do the Apple ones. The Apple ones don't stay in. I gotta have the ones ones
wrap
that
around
have
the
the.
ear.
No, well, yeah, that one works better. But the ones they're earbud ones that are made that I can wear. But the generic Apple ones I can't do. They slip out. The Bose wireless I can't do because it's just too heavy. They like put like a whole fucking machine in the side of the damn thing, and it's just heavy. It just falls out.
I know. I would. It's crazy because but people seem to walk around with them religiously, and they're just standing there and they're like, oh, okay, and they're going about their life and just having fun with them. So shout out to those people
keep
that
it in. I know some people who keep it in all day long.
Yeah.
But they wake up, they leave the house, they stick it in their ear, and then it's just in their ear the whole time. So whether they're listening to music or whether they're taking a phone call or, it's in their ear the whole time. Some people have it hooked up to their Apple phone.
Yeah.
So they're like answering text messages and stuff or voice text, which I don't understand. I don't understand voice texting. That's a phone call. That's a message.
Yeah.
That's leaving a voicemail. Why does it
Oh,
doesn't make any fucking sense to me?
like just leave the message. Why don't you just call the person or just?
Exactly. Yeah. Why are you like making a text to leave a voice message?
Oh,
Why don't you
DJ
get up and move? Wait till I get up and move.
On the train. I mean, on the plane. Like, why didn't you just move? If there was so many extra seats.
Because there wasn't other places to go. It was like one person would have one empty spot next to them, and so if I would go over into that spot, then it would be one person next to them.
Oh, so what you're saying is everybody had the one empty. You didn't have the one empty.
It wasn't empty as in that they were like empty rows, and then you can just find a spot where you could go chill. There were enough like empty spots where like a handful of people would be able to chill. So if you would have taken that spot, you'd have been sitting next to that person.
I see. I'm sorry.
All good.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can log in and then type in but doesn't seem to be working that way.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, man, tonight we're finally getting some weather to break. As you can tell, I got a little frog in my throat.
From?
I had a rough week this week with clients in town and trying to.
That's right.
Just run around the city and see deals and meet people and network and stuff like that. So. Hung out in Williamsburg
Okay.
Tuesday. Hung out with you Thursday, I think, right? But we
Right.
hung out Thursday before you left.
That was Thursday when we met Joel.
Joel. Oh, Joel.
And Joel.
Joel's probably on the podcast now. Hopefully.
He's on the podcast now.
Hopefully he signed up.
Freaking African attracting penis of his.
Yeah, interesting character. We always meet interesting characters at Rudy's. Guy seemed to have his shit together with the exception of he's getting divorced or going through a divorce. So
Yes.
tough call for him.
Yeah. But he upgraded his freaking Vinyls package like before he left.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. What
That's
do
the
you
thing, I
mean
don't
by
understand that.
What do you
Why
mean?
you oh yeah, I just upgraded my package. I'm like, wait a minute, you're moving out. Why the fuck are you upgrading your Vios package to a spot that you're not going to be there?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
That's like buying like condoms after you get castrated.
Oh, gosh. Gee, that took a while to settle in. But
I
yeah,
almost
man.
got I got into it with a I shouldn't say I got into it. What looked like to be a moped gang. It was
A moped gang.
A moped gang.
Wow.
So I'm walking around downtown Valencia. You know, I'm heading back to the hotel because we're gonna attempt to do our podcast, which we're doing now. So I found a spot, I found this nice little cafe. You know, I try my Spanish, I'm average at it, blah 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 blah. I have a couple of beers, a nice grilled ham and cheese sandwich. You know, okay. I think they screwed up. They said it was only €5. It was 2 beers and a grilled sandwich for €5.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's like $8-9.
I just dropped my euros and I was like, okay, all right, fine.
Right, fine.
So as I'm leaving, I'm crossing the street, and on the corner there's like these 6 or 7 mopeds parked there. You know, and so as I'm walking across the street, I like walk in between 2 of them. You know, just scoot past 2 of them, and as I walk past one of them, I put my hand on the seat.
Okay.
You know, I'm just walking by him. I'm just, you know, I didn't move it, I didn't shove it or anything. I just walk by and I just put my hand on the seat as I'm walking out, as I'm walking into the street.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm touching my bike, man. So it was this combination of like it sounded like Italian and Jamaican.
Italian, Jamaican gangsters.
I turned around and there's some dude who's like, don't you touch my bike and stuff. And I'm like, hey, your bike's fine. And then there's like a whole like 4 or 5 dudes like behind him. Like it just looked like a Marvel picture. Like everybody's like standing there like doing this. And I'm staring at him and I'm like,
you about to get beat up by the gang. By the
this is a fucking moped gang.
Moped
gang.
And
I tried it like I say, hey, look, I didn't touch your bike. Your bike's fine. You know, don't, you know, chill. Just, you know,
chill.
Just don't touch my bike. You know, I'm like, all right.
Oh gosh, that is hilarious. You know, there's gangsters in all forms. You know, you find them in every city, hood to hood, block to block.
Absolutely.
So you got to be careful. Some guys, you know, you think, you know, you think they're soft, man, and they'll go for it, man. They'll test you.
And they go for it, and then they jack you up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Jack you up. I'm finding some nice graffitied walls.
Oh, really? Well, that's a big thing.
Here,
that's a big thing.
Yeah, I just like every time I see it, I'm just really attracted to it, and just
okay.
You know, just it seems like a universal thing, you know, where you have areas that are somewhat run down, or areas that are like in the process of being built up. There seems to be some sections of some pretty decent looking graffiti on the walls.
Yeah, Toronto's like that. Toronto has a big, you know, these neighborhoods that are like, you go from nice condo and then it goes to the hood, and it's tons of graffiti, coffee shops, and you know, now a bunch of vape stores and shit. So, so very interesting.
That's how you know.
Yeah. But other than that, man, nothing much. We got some good weather today. We are Street Equities is sponsoring a Lupus Awareness Day today.
Okay.
Yeah, Sister Karen Miller. She's one of the coaches at Positive Direction. She suffers with lupus. She's been very vocal about it. She'll be on the show soon, possibly the week after. Her run is May 5th. Shout out to Team KJM. They've been real big on the lupus walk. She's been very vocal about her struggles with lupus. We wound up doing a couple 100 shirts for a tournament this weekend.
Nice.
She's gonna have a bunch of kids play each other, music, food, dance, and a ton of us that I wanted to make mention of, and I'll pull up the sheet later and I'll give those guys their props to. A lot of guys who put some sponsorship into it. into helping her
Fantastic.
bring some awareness to lupus, which if I hear it right, is very painful. And what she goes through with it. So shout out to those people struggling with lupus, which is purple, I guess. Their color is purple. So
What do you mean their color is purple?
Well, cancer's pink, lupus is purple,
I got you.
Colon cancer is blue. So every ailment seems to have their own color, which kind of symbolizes but all of them are synonymous with a ribbon. So showing a ribbon in just
so blue ribbon, pink ribbon, right?
Yeah. The problem I have with me being in the printing business is, you could be one hue off, and they're like, no, this is not the right ribbon, and I'm like, it says fucking cancer, but it's not. It's hot pink. No, we want regular pink, and I'm like, oh shit, But it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to do. It's very tough. But But so that's happening today. There's about I think 10 games going on. Food raffle. We got a autographed jersey from Carmelo Anthony. So that's nice. Yeah. Carmelo signed over a jersey, so someone will win that after the game. So anybody heading out there.
What team? Knicks jersey?
Yes. And easy to give away, No, he autographed. I mean, he's probably got a shitload of them that he's like, these will give away. But he's been, my man Tone Menzie and her brother actually, been very active in the basketball world, along with the rest of.
Set up somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, no, it happens all the time. But interestingly enough, like a lot of when you're like recruiting players and you're trying to, what they sell, like Amari Stoudemire said it best. He was like, when I went to Phoenix, they showed me a mansion that was like 5 blocks long, and they said this is all it's going to cost. It's cheap. So it was there. Like, there was a big draw for selling. When they took him to New York, $8 million apartment. And he was like, okay, where's the rest of it? Like,
right.
I'm paying 3 times of what I paid for in Arizona. This is it. Like, so right. the draw is there to go to those mid-market cities and play, at these other institutions other than the big schools. I'm sorry, even the big market teams. So that was always an issue where people didn't want to go. Like, who the fuck wants to go to San Antonio, Texas? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they got the Alamo, and I think that's it. Like, I don't think there's anything other than the Alamo there. So, but yeah, so that seems to be flavor of the month. Playoffs are at a all-time high. Yeah. You okay?
Are they? I'm not really following that much. It looks like Cleveland's having a hard time, right?
Yeah, you.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. That's why I put the headphones on so I wouldn't get the feedback noise because it's popping up.
Yeah, I had to plug this in.
No, it's not that.
Like this. I had to.
You need power.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, I needed power.
Yeah.
Drop me.
Yeah, no, the playoffs are full swing, man. Portland was eliminated last night by the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
This kid is playing the unibrow is playing at an all-time high at 47 points last night. He was kicking ass. I mean, this guy was just like, he just looks phenomenal. I'm glad he's healthy. I've never seen him this healthy. And the Pelicans are a funny team. Like, I don't, like we were talking about earlier, these out-of-market games, you don't get to see them. So,
right.
If you're fortunate enough to catch one, you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? If not, it's like, whatever.
Like, who are these dudes?
Yeah. So, actually, games are starting right now, literally, like 1 o'clock. Well, half an hour. What time is it there where you are?
It is closing in. It's about 6:30
p.m.
It's about 6 hour time difference. Yeah, 6 p.m.
Oh, almost dinner time for you.
The 6 hour time difference. Yep, 6 hour time, and I'm like starting to like fade now. There's I was fine like as I settled in, but now because I didn't want to like take a nap when I get in and then be up all night and blah blah blah. So I tried to like I'm trying to like tough it out and go to bed.
So when'd you get in? When'd you get in?
Well, I got in at about 1:30.
Okay, so AM.
Yeah, I got in
your
1:30 Valencia time. It's about a 7-hour flight and a 6-hour time change.
Okay, all right. So you hit a little bit of a time warp. That's good.
Right.
But yeah, man. Sorry, man. Excuse the frog. I've been trying to get rid of this cough and stuff. Every time the weather changes for me, I get one big,
Yeah.
It's like when a snake sheds its skin for the new season.
Right.
That's what I get for the new season. I get a cold, all the mucus comes out, new lungs, new everything, and I just somehow just change
and then you
over.
just yeah. Weird thing happens to me when the weather changes. For me, when the weather changes, my feet stink.
Oh, gosh.
It just goes through this period where they just like that this like bacterial fungus like spreads.
Well, that could be a pH balance thing. You could have
It's possible. It's possible, but then it goes away. But then when the weather gets a little more consistent, it goes away.
Huh? That's weird. I saw one of the coaches from a football or baseball game. Your season is in full swing too. I mean, it seems like everybody's kicking off. But they were showing like how this weird weather is affecting like the games all around and injuries.
It's been really unseasonably cold. Yeah.
Right, so it's changing thing. And one of the coaches, I forget which team it was, he said he learned the trick from maybe you would know, because he says he has a brother that plays as a coach for a football team, or a cousin or something. He says, my brother told me to put antiperspirant, rub it on your feet, rub antiperspirant on your feet.
Really?
So that you don't sweat, which is the moisture is what gets cold on your feet.
Right.
When you sweat because you're trying to generate heat, your perspiration.
Right.
So he said that's been working for him like a charm, like putting antiperspirant on it. Yeah, which I found pretty weird, but So there's the cure for your stinky feet at the change.
Who knows? We'll see. We'll try something. That and I'll burn some. I gotta do my annual sock burning in a few days.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, like a few years back when I had Christmas, 2015, and everybody's, Dad, what do we get you? What do we get you? What do we get you? I said, guys, from now on, every year for Christmas, don't buy me. I have everything I want in the world. I want a whole set, socks and underwear every year. Just out with the old and in with the new. I mean, I have underwear and socks that I've kept for years and years. They still seem good, or they're just comfortable or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I just want socks and underwears, brand new set every year. Start the year off fresh. Nothing like opening a fresh pack and
fresh pack of underwear.
Yeah, some of the NBA guys say they never wear the socks again. Like they're completely disposable. Like they treat socks as
they just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like their own socks or the socks they play with?
Their own socks. They said they never. Okay. Kobe Bryant says he never wore a pair of socks twice. Like.
That's when you're making the Kobe Bryant money, you can do that.
There's a sock monster somewhere very happy. I got Kobe Bryant socks.
There's somebody hanging out saying, Kobe throws out his garbage every day. We're going to get some socks.
We're going to get some socks, bro. I don't know how true it is. I just read it somewhere in probably a blog that was very irresponsible. Probably not a real one. So, yeah. So other than that, this seems to be working out pretty fine. Is depending on how much we can retain of this information.
Yeah.
I hope it's recorded, but if not, it happened. If a tree falls in the forest, it definitely happens.
That's right. It did happen.
Indeed. So, what's your plans? You're there for a couple of days. You're there for almost a week.
I'm there for the whole week. I'm here for the whole week.
Wow.
I'm going to be here. I'm here in Valencia till Friday. And then I'm going to play hooky for a couple days and actually go to Madrid on my own just for a few days.
Nice.
Just to see Madrid. Well, because since I'm here, I might as well check out the big city.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's either
Madrid is
Madrid
nice.
or Barcelona.
Nice. Barcelona is really nice. I've been to both of them, but only in short time. Like, not enough time to stay and walk around like a day. I never spent the night there. Just been through both of
Yeah.
those cities. Alicante, I spent a lot of time in. Alicante and Tenerife. Those two cities in Spain, I spent a lot of time in. Actually, there's in the Canary Islands in Tenerife in Spain, right? I'll send you pictures, or maybe I'll splice the video and show you these pictures. I can't make this shit up. I think I showed it to you one time. I stayed at this hotel, a golf hotel, which was where a conference was.
Okay.
And they had photos of statues, very poorly made, but I guess when you read the story, they were made by some orphan kids or whatever else. But they had like Michael Jordan.
Statues?
Yeah, I mean, the guy looked like what's the guy from? Looked like Todd Bridges or something like that. It was like it's not Michael Jordan, man. It's like Todd Bridges. It was really weird, and the number was backwards. It was 32. So I'm like, that's Magic Johnson's number. Are you guys sure? And they said Bulls on it, and I was like, wait, you got Todd Bridges and a Michael Jordan Bulls, but the wrong number. What the fuck is going on? It was pretty weird, and they just had a lot of like memorabilia laying around. Hey, Patty Lashes just joined the show here. What's up, Patty? Patty from episode 20. That was an interesting episode, but man, yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, but that was in Tenerife, Spain, and man, one of the illest parties I went to was they had this party at the edge of a cliff. Was like, okay, I'm kind of a little afraid of what could happen here. Like, and it was like really done nice, like fine china, set up with tables and stuff outside on the beach, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But yeah, shout out, to Spain. So I'm glad you're out there. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're getting to see a little bit of something. Take lots of pictures, will you?
Yeah, I'll take my share. I'll take my share and see what happens.
Try to find a Spaniard to say 2Brospodcast would be pretty amazing.
2Brospodcast. I can't even do it myself. I can't.
I know. We talked about it last time where it was like, like true Spanish is worse than just saying, you speak English? You speak English?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That happened to me. That happened to me at the cafe I went to. She said, you speak English. I said, yes, I do.
Good.
I said, then speak English.
Just speak English. Indeed. But yeah, man, we're finally getting some good fucking weather here. Everyone's turning. It's not even warm. It's just the sun is out. Like we have
the sun's out, and it's different. There's just like a different feeling when you see it's a little bit warmer, and the sun's out, and it just feels like, okay, shit's gonna change now.
Yeah, we don't get that
cloud change when you realize all the fucking clouds and the wind, and you realize it's mid-April, and you see no flowers blooming, no grass on the ground and shit. It starts to get a little bit depressing. It's like, well, shit, is this life?
Starts to feel like Blade Runner. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's a gloomy thing.
Gloomy day, rainy.
You had to have known it like 1,000 years. Remember that week we had last week?
Yeah.
The weekend we had where like it was like 72 degrees at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 8 o'clock at night, it was like back down to like 45.
Yeah,
that was crazy. To have known that like 1,000 years ago, if that would have happened, that was their like Armageddon.
Oh,
like this is it. Shit, it's over now.
The old man is
like, fucking. The wrath is here. We've pissed off. Somebody didn't sacrifice shit. Billy, did you fucking do that goat thing? Fucking. That's why we're having this shit now.
You forgot to sacrifice the goat, huh?
You forgot to sacrifice it, you asshole. I hate him. Hate that guy.
That guy. I hate that guy. I hate that kid from the Verizon commercials. I'm tired of him. The Stranger Things kid.
The Stranger Things kid? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. From the Verizon one? Okay. I haven't seen Stranger Things, so.
Well, the Verizon commercial.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. The one like the kid is just like there in other people's houses. And just, eating their cereal and shit. And like, right. Say, you little fucking annoying. Just make that shit real. Like, how the fuck did you get your ass in here?
Well, he's apparently with the other kid in the commercial. If you look at it, he's with the other kid, and his friend is like, "Yo, dude, that's my mom's." Like,
Yeah.
And he's making recommendations for FiOS, I guess. So I'm trying to pull something up here, but yeah. So you're there for a couple more days.
Yes.
You got to be careful. Now you got to be careful of the moped gang. Okay.
Yes, the moped gang. I don't want the moped gang jacking me up. Got to look over my shoulder.
Right.
Don't pull out my cell phone. Don't pull out my cell phone when I'm by myself.
Right. Be careful of the moped gang. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Give me 1 second.
All right. All right, stay right there. It's 2Brospodcast live on 13 Ghost TV. Pati, what you doing now?
You heard Cassie?
No, that was Cassie?
Yeah, you heard him shaking his... I heard him.
That's what that was? Okay.
Yeah, when he shakes his leashes, he went outside and, he saw it. He come home, we came home from church, he's looking out the window like, this is it, I'm going to get it. They're going to let me out today. Oh, my God. And as soon as he opened the door, he just bolted. Just...
Freedom!
Yeah. It's just that he gets so like he's not, his freedom is like really freedom, and he's like, I'm going for it, dude. I'm just like going for the border. Fuck these people, and he doesn't notice that these cars just come whizzing by, and I'm just so afraid of him. Just,
Yeah, dogs seem to be more in the moment.
Yeah.
Cats are more like, because I know there've been times when like we've had our doors open and our cats kind of like walk to the door.
Right.
They like walk to the door and like, I kind of fucking got a good thing here. I don't want to. There ain't shit out there for me, really.
No, but it'd be like cold out there. It's like, yo, wait a minute. Do you realize how cold it is out here? Like, you're just thinking you could just jump out there, and he does that sometimes.
Like everything's gonna be fine.
Right. He goes into the snow, and all of a sudden he's like, oh shit, head deep in it, and he's like, and he comes right back, and he's like, all right, fuck that shit. Guess you got to figure out the hard way.
That was fun. That was fun for 2 minutes.
Right. All 2 minutes of it. So what's going on with baseball? Who's doing what? What's happening?
This time of year in baseball, it's always tough to say because it's just so early. It's
right.
You got, in order to have some consistency to something, you got to see things over and over and over again. And baseball is always it's such a sport of consistent subtleties.
Okay.
You have to see things over a long period of time. I think probably the biggest thing is that in the Mets, one of their starters is going to the bullpen. That's supposed to be a big deal because he's he's just not the same guy he was.
Who's this? What's his name?
His pitcher named Matt Harvey. You probably it's been on the back page of a sports page for the last couple of days. Guy he used to cut. He nicknamed. First of all, a dude is having trouble when they nickname themselves. Anytime you give yourself a nickname, you're kind of like pushing the cart before the horse. When he was like doing his thing, he called himself the Dark Knight around the time when the Dark Knight movie came out.
Oh, because
called himself the Dark Knight. Yeah, and so ever since then, he's been hurt. He's had a series of injuries and stuff, and he's just never been the same. And it just looks like he's like on his last leg. So, the biggest news is like in the Mets, what to do with him.
So, how long has he been with the team?
2013, I think.
Okay.
2013, and then had 2 great years where he was he was considered one of the better pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt. He took the Mets to the World Series one year, and then got hurt, and then got hurt again, and then just was never the same. And
wow.
And then I think there were times where he became like a PR nightmare, and he would like say shit, that the team would have to like backtrack on, and shit like that.
So who's the backup? They got a backup guy who's.
Oh, they always got backup guys. Baseball's got a roster full of dudes. There's always most baseball teams have a dude ready in case somebody's not able to play. So there's going to be somebody taking his place. There's this guy that they got called Jason Vargas, who was actually injured early in the year, and he's probably going to be ready to take his spot in the starting rotation.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's cool. Not looking too good for Cleveland. They've been Indiana Pacers have been giving them the business there.
Indiana or Philly?
No, Indiana's playing Cleveland. So Indiana Pacers versus Cleveland. Yeah, so they've been getting the business kicked out of them, and LeBron is like doing everything he can. You know, he's a one-man army. Indiana leads the series 2-1. So
okay.
Today they'll play. I think they're in Cleveland. Yeah, maybe they're back at Indiana. They play at 8:30. So we'll see what happens, man. This has been a tough one. Everybody's looking great. I mean, the Sixers are fucking busting the Miami Heat down. This kid Ben Simmons is really playing well.
Okay.
They lead the series 3. Yeah. They play Miami. They're leading the series 3-1. They don't play again until Tuesday. Who else you got? The
basketball
Spurs.
playoffs was just too long.
Yeah, I know, man. The postseason
I just
is
always
great
thought it was too long because they do they don't do like a normal schedule for a basketball team is every other day.
Right.
Every other day you play a game.
Yeah.
Usually every 2 days if you got to travel. So I don't understand why they just don't attempt to replicate that for the playoffs. They play every other day, and you give them another day to travel. No, they usually wait 2 games for the second game in a set.
No. It's just that it's rapid fire because there's East and West, right? So you got first round. There's a game on every day. You know what I'm saying? Because there's one game. The other first you play East Coast game and West Coast game. East Coast, West Coast, and vice versa. So it looks like they're just playing games every day, but they're every other day. Then when it gets the second round, you get the little gap because there's less teams and they're trying to stretch out the media week, trying to make sure the media. And then third round and semis and final is, of course, that's really trying to stretch it out so that you could start it on Monday, but by weekend you'll be the playoff, you'll be championship or whatever. So
right.
It just seems like that because there's so many teams. It's kind of like March Madness amplified. You know what I'm saying? It's like
right.
So, but we shall see, man. It's going to be definitely a change in the guards this year. I don't think we will see Golden State and the Cavaliers again.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think if the Cavaliers pull out past the Pacers, if they wind up beating the Pacers, they will get beat up by whoever's next, which will probably be Philly, which, if I see this, if I'm reading this correctly. But you never know. Celtics are looking like crap. However, they are winning. They with all their ailments, and they're still leading the series without Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving, right.
Yeah. So it is very interesting. I mean, Houston on a tear, but they lost the last one to the Timberwolves. So,
okay.
But I just like seeing new teams in the playoffs. Like, I'm not used to seeing Pelicans in the playoffs.
Right,
Utah Jazz is beating the Thunder 2-1. So, when you talk about the Utah Jazz in the playoffs and beating, Russell Westbrook, who's arguably one of the top guys,
Right.
It really makes it fun to watch. It makes the postseason fun to watch. I'm not too big of a fan of watching it during the week, except it's the Knicks and just a glutton for punishment. Like I just just love getting the shit kicked out of us. And which Dolan went on record and said KP may miss all of next year too.
Who's KP? Oh, Kristaps Porzingis.
Yes.
May miss all of next year.
Yes. So
wow.
I don't know if he's playing a game where he's kind of like, baiting him and just throwing him out there to other team members and saying, oh, let's see what we can get for him. Let's see what we could trade for. But, I mean, if they don't put a 5-year investment in this thing, they're not going to come up with something. And the coaching, runnings is going to be crazy. You got everybody.
In basketball, you got to be willing to go to the bottom. You got to be willing to go to the bottom to build your team up in basketball.
Right.
You can't if you end up winning 28, 30 games, you're going to always win 28, 30 games. You got to be willing to go down to that 18, 20 game win season
Yeah.
Get your top draft picks, get your, get rid of some money so that you can like maybe sign a dude here and there, and then build from there. You're on a circle, so I don't know if you were on his feet or not.
Yeah, I mean it's true, man. It's just so much, a little bit of stuff going on. But here's the coaches that are I think that are being considered is David Fizdale. Okay, so he was the coach at the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
Who else they said maybe Dave Fizdale, Jerry Stackhouse, Mark Jackson, Kenny Smith. Don't know if that should even be considered. Mike Woodson coming. Yeah.
Kenny Smith, TNT Booth, Kenny Smith.
Yeah. Kenny Bad Legs Malloy, Mike Budenholzer, and then of course, he's was Indiana, I think. And what you call it? Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson combo, which I would love to see. I would just hate to see. I would hate to see the end of the popsicle with those guys.
Right? Exactly.
When you get to the bottom of an ice cream cone, it's like, fuck, this is over. Like, it was so good while you were eating it, but it's at the end of its run. And
that's a potential disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, because they'll just make everyone hate them. You know what I mean? And it just it won't be fun. I mean, this is a tough town. New York is a tough town. You can't win. You can't. You have to be steady Eddie here. You got to kind of like just what's going on here.
Right. What does it look like your feed is doing? It looks like you're frozen to me.
Really?
Yeah.
My feed looks great.
Okay. All right. Never mind then.
I hear you well. I see you well.
Okay. All right.
You don't see me?
No, I see you. I see you frozen. So maybe it could be what could be your video send. That's all.
Yeah.
If you see it fine and you're recording on there, then everything should be cool.
Yeah. What I'm saying, and the lag time doesn't seem bad. You're responding pretty quickly.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
What
are you on a Wi-Fi there?
What's that?
It might be that you're on a hotel Wi-Fi, so it's like.
It could be a little shoddy, and then the town Wi-Fi is a little shoddy
low
too.
bandwidth.
Some spots where I'm just the Wi-Fi isn't that great.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of face.
Yeah, no, we always see that. Yeah, no, that always happens when I travel. It's like it's great for sending emails and stuff back and forth, but for streaming, it's just sucks.
Yeah, could be up in the air. Doesn't always do it.
I know. So yesterday was 2 days ago was 420. Yeah. So significant to people who like to smoke weed.
So people just smoke. People celebrate. Yeah. What did I hear? People celebrating, taking a day to celebrate weed who's always smoked weed.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, they celebrate every day, don't they? So, hey, T just joined.
Hey, T, hey, hon, hey.
We called to check up on you earlier. Yes. No, we had called her earlier this morning and tried to see if she's okay. Just wanted to talk to her. Oh, more people. Nice. She's bringing in some people.
Oh, bringing in people. Look at that. Bringing in a crew.
Yeah, we got to hire. Yeah, bring her on more. She'll join more.
I was trying to get her to be like my substitute.
Yes, we talked about that.
I was trying to get her to be a stand-in.
She said, you got to call Keish back. Yes, please call her back. She just was checking up on you. Yeah, that would have been cool.
The news the past week. Did you see that Kendrick Lamar became the first hip-hop artist to get a Pulitzer Prize?
That is right. That is awesome and amazing at the same time. I mean, that spot has only been given to like jazz musicians and kind of iconic music. So it was interesting how, first of all, the title "Damn," which it's like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they finally got it. So I'm very kudos to Kendrick Lamar for his journey and bringing a lot of consciousness to the forefront of the scholars who recognize some things. People are just never satisfied, though. People get this and they go, "Oh, they only did that because," or whatever else. And it's like, can't you just be happy and just be happy?
Exactly. Can't you just acknowledge that, hey, this is an achievement,
Right.
And that people who on the other side who are going to say, Kendrick Lamar is a Pulitzer Prize winner, therefore he's like acknowledging a Pulitzer Prize when you don't know the history of the Pulitzer Prize. Like, you don't know. I've seen other people saying things like, when they make their comments, you can tell that they don't realize that, hey, you know what? Black people have won the Pulitzer Prize in just about every other category.
Right.
Like
Morgan Freeman has a Pulitzer Prize.
Jazz music. Right. He does. Right. For spoken word.
For reading books.
Right. And so it's not a phenomenon thing. It's just that the category of hip hop artist is something that has never been there. So props to him for that. But then it's clear that some people don't know that that Black people have a huge lineage of Pulitzer Prize winners, people like August Wilson and Gwendolyn Brooks and people like that, and but people don't pay attention.
But it's good that people are now would hopefully go and Google, right? They would go and say, "Hey, who else won a Pulitzer Prize, and who's he in company with?" So I like that brings a new genre of people interested in learning what the value of the Pulitzer Prize is, whether you think it deserves the value or not. Seeing someone in your hue, your color spectrum, your cultural spectrum, being put on that format and template is a good thing, because now more people will look at it and say, all right, I'm not that far off from a Pulitzer Prize myself, It might get a Two Bros Podcast Pulitzer Prize. Who knows?
Two Bros Pulitzer. The nominee for the Pulitzer Prize are...
I'll be happy with a Two Bros pulled pork sandwich. How about that? We make our own damn awards here. Two Bros pulled pork sliders.
Two Bros pulled pork sandwich. That's right. Two Bros pulled pork sliders.
Yeah. That'll be good enough for us. Stick a little toothpick in it, and with a little trophy on the top of it. Right. That'd be cool.
Two Bros pork sliders. That'd be cool. We like you too, and then we have a commercial where we're both standing there just watching people eat it. And just like staring at them.
Here you are. You're being honored with your Two Bros Pulitzer pork sliders. Pulled pork sliders. Sounds close enough. Yeah, that's pretty fun. So it is going to be almost 7 o'clock for you, right? You're going.
It's going to be 7 o'clock, and I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, you look like it. You look like you're getting. But is that sunlight behind you? I mean, is it?
No, it's sunny out. Yeah, it's sunny out. But I think in the next couple hours, I might be hitting it. I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight, and trying to taste more beer and stuff like that, and then try to get to bed at like a regular hour.
Yeah, and then start your day off. Okay. So we're happy that this happened. This connection worked out fine. Hopefully we're able to.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll be in Madrid next week, so maybe we can do it from Madrid next week.
We'll probably have to, and then I'm in LA and Las Vegas during the week after. But I'll be back for the weekend. Yeah, we'll go back for the weekend. Yeah. So I'm in LA Monday, Tuesday, Vegas Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, heading back. We were trying to do a Cinco de Mayo party with Level 1.
Ooh.
That got canceled only because of the venue we had was pre-booked and taken. And we decided not to do it somewhere else. We'll probably just hang out and do some Cinco de Mayo. And the excuse to have wear funny mustaches and drink Coronas.
And like a little cultural assault.
Yeah, like people need an excuse to drink. I mean, we do this on Tuesdays. Right. So, pleasure talking to you, brother.
Pleasure talking to you too, my man.
And you have some safe travels. Get some productivity done. Hope you enjoy Spain.
I shall ingest it all.
Yeah, please do. And T, we'll catch up with you later. I see T still on here. But yes, other than that, signing off. 2Brospodcast, episode 28, via Spain and New York. Spain,
Valencia,
New York.
Valencia.
Via Instagram Live. And amazing things.
Thank you, Instagram Live.
Yeah, we're trying to get techie like the kids, these kids with the...
That's right, like the kids.
Yeah,
what are you doing? You push this. Can you push this?
Yeah.
Why won't it send?
Yeah, and Keisha spells her name Keshia. So she goes crazy when they see Kaisha or Keisha, like Keish. But everybody makes that mistake. So
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, people call me Owen all the time. So
yes.
Owen.
You said it got to you said it got to a point where it just like you just stopped correcting them.
I just don't correct.
Like, hey Owen, what do you need?
Yeah, what do you need? But it was just make sure the checks spell right. So other than that, 2Brospodcast, we are signing out. Episode 28. Peace.
Peace out.
Love you, bro.
I love you too, man.
Well, you can tell him that.
Yo, 2Brospodcast for brothers for real.
There you go.
And that's because Joel said so.
That's because he said so.
And Joel is slinging shit.
Joel's slinging cryptocurrency.
He's slinging it. Slinging cryptocurrencies. Slinging South African chicks. Joel ain't fucking around. Tell him, Joel.
That's right, man.
What he said.